Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for having me on today.
Oh, thanks for doing it. Thanks for coming. I'm so looking forward to it. I've been excited about it all day. So
Cool.
I hate that we got a late start, but I don't have anything to do till 7 o'clock. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a little live thing. I usually do actually Monday nights are actually usually like a live session that I've been doing even before the whole coronavirus thing. I always do, so I'll probably do that again tonight around like 6 o'clock.
Oh, that's
So
right. You got one at 6. Okay.
yeah,
All right. Well, we're good for a little bit then because you're an hour behind me, right?
yeah,
Okay. So it's like what, 20 to 4 where you're at?
yeah. We should be fine. We'll be good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good. Good. All right. All right. You going to start us off with some music?
Absolutely. Do you have anything
All
in
right.
particular, or just anything I choose?
Anything you choose is
All
good to
right,
me.
all right. Sounds good.
All right.
Let's see. I'm gonna do a song that's a new song that I wrote. It's called "All I Want to Do." Hope you enjoy it.
All right.
Let's see.
Sounds good.
Every single kiss makes my world slow down. It's a little taste of heaven whenever you're around. I always ask myself, how did I ever get so lucky? I'm smiling at someone. It's always got me. I want only you. Looking in my eyes, holding you. Every single night, loving you. It's all I wanna do. I can't get over just how fast all seem to happen for us. Maybe I can't get enough, but it's like kissing you is made for me. Your heart and soul is all I see. It's the kind of thing that I won't ever let just slip away. I want only you. Looking in my eyes, holding you every single night, loving you is all I want. All I want is on your mind, little you and I, falling fast tonight. I want only you, looking in my eyes, holding you every single night, loving you is all I want. All I want is every night, looking in your eyes, holding you so damn tight, loving you is all I want. All I want is every night with you. You're all I want, all I want, all I want, all I want.
Awesome. I love that.
New song called "All I Want to Do." It's most likely going to be the follow-up single to "Nothing But Everything." So yeah.
Awesome. I love that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
I love that. All right. Well, we have just been all flipped upside down, not knowing what to do with this coronavirus going around.
No, it's pretty weird.
Been stuck in the house, can't
Yeah.
go anywhere. So, what have you been doing to fill your time? I mean, I know a lot of you artists have done like these live videos, and I
Mhm.
think that is awesome that y'all are doing that.
Yeah, I
So,
think it's
what
important.
prompted y'all to do that?
I mean, I think it's important to just stay connected with people, especially in like tough times. Music for
Yeah,
me, as everyone knows, music brings people together. So to be able to continue to stay connected with people and you know keep playing songs for people is the biggest thing for me. So that's why I like doing this stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Because, I mean, it's crazy. It's like a couple of y'all started doing it and then it just picked up and then there's these shows going on. I think it's great. It's like almost every night there's somebody or a group of y'all getting together doing something. It's
yeah,
amazing. It's awesome.
yeah. It's cool. It's really cool being able to see everyone kind of come together and do shows and do these kind of split screen stuff with different musicians, and so
Oh
it's fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun actually. And I mean, a lot of people can't afford to go to you guys' concerts and stuff. So it's given some of those folks a little taste of what they wouldn't ordinarily get to see.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I think for
little
sure.
added bonus for,
Yeah.
kind of like a pick me up during this bad time we're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But well, other than that, what have you been doing to fill your time? You're kind of not
Doing
getting to live your
a lot of
regular life.
eating, a lot of eating, a
A lot
lot
of
of
eating.
sleeping, um, a lot of just writing new songs. I've been working on this one song that I have a guitar part for it, but I'm working on the lyrics, and it's such a good guitar part that I don't want the lyrics to not kind of, be the same level of, I guess, goodness of it or something like that. So I just want to make sure
Right.
it's just as good. So I'm working really hard on writing the lyrics to that song, and I've been focused on that. It's like 99% done, but just working really hard on that, and doing a little bit of recording here and there, doing some studio stuff as well. So yeah, just trying to like slow down a little bit and really just appreciate what I've got and the things that are around me. The fact that I can still do music and perform and do these kind of live things and hang out and connect with people. So I think a lot of things,
Yeah.
mostly I'm connecting with people and just trying to keep doing as much as I can even while I'm quarantined and inside the house.
Yeah.
What about
Hang
you? What
on
have you
one
been up
second.
to?
Let me tell these while you keep talking. Tell us what you're doing. I'm going to let the Facebook people know that we've come over on Instagram.
Okay, sounds good. All right. But yeah, I mean, honestly, just had, like I said, writing and recording and hanging out, slowing down a little bit. So it's been good.
Um, Lost my train of thought there for a minute. I'm sorry.
You're good.
All right. What was your? Do you write all your songs
Um,
by yourself, or you have a co-writer sometimes?
when I first started, I began writing mostly by myself. And then I started writing occasionally when I was up in New York still. I started writing a little bit with some friends that I connected with. And then when I got to Nashville, it just exploded from there. I just started writing with everybody because everyone
Yeah,
here in Nashville is amazing writers. So it's just great to connect with all the great songwriters here, the musicians, the producers, everyone. I mean, there's just so much talent in Nashville. So it's good to connect with people here.
yeah, that's really cool. Um, that I've noticed Nashville. You guys are just kind of like one big family there. It's like
Oh,
I've
really?
noticed
Yeah.
when I see like like if I look at your Instagram, there's so many of these guys that follow you, men and women artists that follow you. And then if you go look at their page, well, you're following them too. And then it's like, all of you newer artists, you're the up and comings,
Yeah.
y'all are all like looking after each other, it seems
Yeah,
like.
exactly. That's how that's how music really should be, and that's kind of one of the
Yeah.
biggest draws to Nashville for me was it's a community of
Yeah.
people who want to help each other out and support each other, rather than tear each other down and see each other's competition. What you have as an
Absolutely.
artist and a songwriter is something that I might not have, and I have something that you might not have. So if we can work together to collectively come up with something a little different, just yeah, it's really the town for that. It's a very collaborative town. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. That's country music in general, I think. And I think that's why I was drawn to it so much.
yeah.
I love it. Um, what was your inspiration for what or who, I should say, who was your musical inspiration?
I mean, I would probably say my parents. Like my parents were probably my biggest just in terms of how much they always pushed me and like supported me. They always just supported me, and if I didn't have that support when I was a kid, and them telling me to continue to write songs and work on my craft, then I wouldn't be able to do music as a full-time artist and be able to have fun with it and play and tour and connect and write songs as much as I'm able to do now. So I think inspiration-wise, I think they've really inspired me the most.
That's awesome to hear. Now, were they musical as well? They were.
Not
Are they
all, yeah.
musical as
They
well?
always wonder where I get my musical talent from. They have no idea.
Huh.
So it's
That's
probably
crazy.
yeah, from YouTube and watching videos. Like I remember like we'd always have songs on, and like my mom was always listening to John Mayer in the car and stuff. So that's really like the biggest thing is I used to listen to a lot of great artists that my parents would put on in the car, and that's what caught my attention. And then I started, I mean, with YouTube, I just went crazy. I just started YouTube video, like watching videos on musicians and how to play guitar when I was 10 years old, and I would sit there and just study the musicians and study their craft. So
Amazing. That's just crazy that you're like the only one in your family that's musical.
yeah, they always
That's
they
neat
always
though.
supported it. I mean, my mom like tries to sing and she tries to write lyrics, but it's it's like very motherly, if that's the only way to describe it. Like, oh, I have a song for you, honey, and I'm like, thanks, I appreciate
Uh-huh.
it.
It's like, don't quit your day job, Mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, so you have very recently a brand new song that came out,
Mhm.
Nothing But Everything.
Yes.
Interesting title.
Yeah.
I love it, and I love the song. Me
Thank you.
personally, I love it.
Thank you so
It is amazing. What was your inspiration for that song in particular? Is there any meaning behind that, or was it just a song you sat down and you just wrote it?
No, I think that was one of the songs, and it's that song in particular sparked the whole entire record for me. Like being able to sit down and write that song inspired me
Uh-huh.
to continue to just write this whole entire like new chapter of my musical career right now, honestly. So
Oh, wow.
I moved down to Nashville, and I can still remember how like like the weather. It was raining outside. I went out on the front porch, and I sat down and started writing these lyrics down about like thunder, lightning, and blue skies, and doing like a compare and contrast. And that was really the bones of the song, was the compare and the contrast. So
Yeah.
I first wrote down nothing but everything, and then blue skies, dark clouds, and thunder, lightning, and then it kind of developed into like a two different opposite ideas, and that was really like the
Hmm.
bones of the song that I thought was a really cool concept that I liked. So, and that's where nothing but everything kind of came from. And then a buddy of mine, Chris Rudiger, I showed him the song that I was working on and said, I think I got something good. Let's sit down and work on this idea a little bit more. And then we finished it together in a co-write session with Chris. So I'm really excited, happy to have him being a part of that writing session as well. Again, with the collaboration, like we just work with
Yeah.
musicians here, and they all kind of help each other out with writing and stuff. So when someone like I had a song, it was like 80% there, but I just couldn't finish that 20%. So it was great to have
Yeah.
him hop in and help me write that finalized part.
Well, let's see before, I'm going to ask you you're going to have to play that one for us now. But
Yeah, I
let's
can
see.
definitely do it.
I keep seeing the comments go up. I moved them so I could see your face, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let me see I don't know if we had any questions go up or.
Yeah, feel free to send in questions, everybody. I see Sharon's on. Destiny, Cole, what's up? Saw David J was on. Grace. So, hello,
Yeah, we
everybody.
got a good amount of people on here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hello, everybody that's joined us. We thank you. And right now, I'm trying to get back to your face. Now I moved these comments and I want to make sure I don't accidentally hang up on you. All right. While I'm figuring this out, we'll let you go ahead and play your new song for us.
Okay, I can do that.
There we go. All right.
One, two. It's the coffee brewing in the morning. It's warm hands and kissing without warning. It's the bright town lights treating you just right. All these little things keep reminding me we got nothing but everything, something, anything. slow, soft touch. Never giving up. We got blue skies and green mountains, dark clouds and thunder and lightning. We got nothing, nothing, nothing but everything. It's your brown eyes that are pulling me in. It's my hands all over your skin. It's a late night talks where we get lost, all tangled up in sheets, and you're holding on to me. We got nothing but everything, something, anything, just a slow, soft touch. We're never giving up. We got blue skies and green mountains, dark clouds and thunder and lightning. We got nothing, nothing, nothing but everything. We don't need the fancy colors or the trouble, all that fun. Time with you feels like heaven. We don't need the nicest place or the things that we'll waste. They're enough to bring me back to you. We got nothing, nothing. We got nothing but everything, something, anything, just a slow, soft touch. Never giving up. We got blue skies and green mountains, dark clouds and thunder and lightning. We got nothing, 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 everything. Nothing but everything. Everything with you, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you.
It's amazing. I
Thank you
love
so
that song.
Thank you.
That is so good.
Yeah, I
That is
love
so good.
playing that song. No matter how many times I play it, it's fun to play it acoustic. It's fun to play with the band, but it's just as good of a song when you play it just acoustic guitar and sing it. So
Oh yeah. Oh, I can just imagine with a whole band like live. I mean, obviously I've heard it on Spotify, but
yeah,
with a whole band, that would be amazing.
yeah.
Ah, that
We can't wait to hit the road this year when everything kind of dies down and start to play out a little bit more and play that song even more. So, especially with people now being able to sing the lyrics to that song, that's my favorite part. That it really inspires me and it gets me excited to be able to write songs. Is for people to be able to sing along when we go out and play in different areas. So.
Oh yeah, I had to stop myself from singing because I started to do it. I was like, oh no,
No,
they
sing
don't want to
along with
hear
me.
me
Come
on
on.
live.
Get the party going.
No. Trust me, we would lose everybody if I started singing. No, you
Yeah.
don't want that.
So where are you from? You're from, is it North Carolina?
North Carolina.
Right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah.
Yep, I'm about an hour southwest of Charlotte.
Okay, yep. Yeah, we were going to be touring. Let's see. I think we were going to be in Charlotte. Let's see. Have you ever heard of the Evening Muse?
Mm-mm.
It's a music venue in Charlotte, North Carolina. And
Okay.
we had it on our tour date this year. I was just curious if you had heard about it or anything, but
I hadn't heard that one.
no. Yeah, well, you should check it out. It's a music venue.
Yeah.
We'll be on tour this year when we go, whenever we decide to, redo the dates and reschedule it. Once my agency gets back to me, we'll be posting like where we'll be going and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we do that you asked me about earlier, that'll
Yes,
work out perfect.
that'd be a lot of fun too. Yeah, we'll definitely talk more about that idea as well.
Oh yeah, we'll have to. Little teaser there for the fans. They're going to be wondering what we're talking about now.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right. That'll give them something to think about. They'll be like,
Can't give them all the surprise, right?
Yep. You got to keep them wanting something, right?
Yep.
All right. So you grew up in New York?
Yes, upstate New York is where my family lives, and that's where I grew up. And then last year I moved down to Nashville to continue to do music. So
Okay, so
yeah.
I don't know if everybody else is like me, but I mean, I know it's not, but a lot of times when you hear New York, everybody automatically thinks
New
New
York City.
York City, hustle, bustle, craziness, or
Yeah.
did you live out in the country?
I lived in upstate New York, so where I grew up was beautiful mountains.
Total opposite end of the city, I know, but
Yeah.
yeah, were you still in the country or was it like city life?
I mean, it was somewhat city-like. I mean, down in Albany, where my family, where I really grew up, and then I moved up. I moved out to Lake George, um, and that has like just mountains all over the place. You got the Adirondack Mountains up there, so that's where I
Oh
really found
yeah.
my home, because I love being outdoors and kind of found country music too. And when I would go out in the country and listening to the radio, I would always just be listening to country radio. So.
That's awesome. So was it a big change from there to Nashville?
I mean, yes, the answer is yes. It's always, I think, so scary to just as a musician up and just totally move from a place that you're so comfortable in. I mean, I
Yeah.
was doing so many shows. I was very connected in my town, and I loved it. I loved it, and like I still go back, and I'm on our tour dates this year. We're going to be heading back to my hometown, but to move and just like get up and go, especially when you don't have it, like it's not like you have a job lined up. You just go. You just pack up your stuff
Yeah.
and like hope for the best. So it
Yeah.
was definitely a change for me. I'd say it was a big change, but an exciting one. In the same sense, it was like I was ready to just to move and be there and be here in Nashville. So
Oh yeah. If I could talk my husband into moving to Nashville when we have one child left at home and he'll go to college next year. If I
mhm.
could talk him into moving, I would move to Nashville in a heartbeat. I love the city.
Yeah, there's a lot of people moving.
I don't like any other city. I hate the city. I'd rather live in the country, but I'd move to Nashville.
Yeah, well, it's a
But I'd
very
have to
like
live out in the country.
it's a very yeah, it's a very like homey kind of city. As weird as it is, it feels like very home. So it feels
Yeah,
very homey.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, it's it's weird because it is like it's the city, but yet it's the country at the same time. So yeah, it's neat. But
Yeah.
speaking of Nashville and the music industry, that's a hard industry. And you're talking about moving down there and not really having a job. Um, what drives you to keep going when it's not always easy? I know you've probably been bound to have been told no at some point. What makes you keep going? What's your driving force that just says, I'm going to keep moving forward? Did we lose you? Yeah, you're frozen. I lost him. He'll be back. Wait to chat with you soon and get my shirt soon. Rain. Oh, are you back?
We're back in. All right. Yeah, I couldn't hear you for a second. I was like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, it's like you froze. I could see movement on my screen, but you froze up. So I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
weird. Okay, did you hear my question?
No, what were you saying?
Okay, I was asking what drives you to keep moving forward because the music industry can be tough. And
Because there's nothing back there. There's nothing behind me. There's really like when it comes to music, I just keep on moving forward and seeing what the next kind of move strategically I have to make.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, and then once, I mean, and the thing that's really cool about the progression that I've been able to see and watch is that as long as you continue to just have that upward like movement,
Uh-huh.
that all the doors just show themselves, and you just have to walk through them.
Yeah.
And then find the right people that help you.
That's what I
to give you
figured.
the key to the door.
My Siri came on the
Is that
computer.
what you figured? Is that what you figured?
That wasn't me. That was Siri. Let me make Siri go away. That was funny. Oh.
But yeah, it's just honestly just moving forward, and I think as a musician, you've always got to just keep on finding the next kind of opportunity and keep moving forward with it. So
yeah,
and just don't look back. I don't look back and wonder, should I have done anything differently or should I have done this differently? Because where I'm at right now is where I'm at, and this is where I'm supposed to be.
well, that answers one of my other questions then. If you could do anything differently, given where you're at right now, if there's anything you could do differently, would you? So, I mean, you just said no. So, well, all right.
I love it. I love where I'm at here in Nashville, and I love being able to honestly like connect with people now. And it's not just about, you know, playing as many shows as I can. It's about making real connections with people, and then writing the songs that really like feed my soul, and hopefully that they transcend to people who are listening and enjoy the songs just as much as I do, really. So.
Right. That makes sense. Now, do you like other genres of music, or is it just country? Are you strictly country, or does other genres bleed into what you play, or?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to hip hop music. I grew up listening to classic rock. I grew up listening to blues music. I mean, my spectrum is all over the place in terms of what I like to listen to, and it all depends on really what I'm doing. When I'm going to the gym, I like to put on hip hop, rap music.
Yeah.
If I'm going on a long drive, it's going to be country music all the way with the windows down.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it all depends on what I'm doing, really.
Yeah, that sounds like me. If you look at my Spotify and my different playlists, their range is crazy. It's out there. It's everything except classical music, and yeah. So
I think that's so cool about what today with people like modern listening is just everyone can enjoy other. And I definitely think that there's certain music that I just can't listen to because I feel dumb listening to it. But like that's the only way to describe it. Like it makes me feel like, how am I listening to this? And by listening to it, I'm like, I can't listen to it. It's just so bad. But there's also, there's also songs that I can listen to or have an activity where I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing this activity. I really want something that's going to pump me up.
Yeah.
And like hip hop or something will kind of get me going for the gym. So
exactly. Yeah, that makes total sense. I agree with you 100% right there. Exactly. Well, you want to play us another song?
For sure.
All right.
Let's see. This is a Devin Dawson song. I don't know why I'm thinking about doing this one, but I like this one.
All right.
This one's called. What's the name of this song? I can't even think of the name of it, but I'm gonna sing it. Here we go.
Okay.
All on Me. That's the name of it. Yeah, I know that the woes and the weight of the world can get inside our minds and be too much sometimes. I know. But baby, don't let the no's and the ups and the downs and the roller coaster ride beat you up inside. Baby, don't let you ever feel that way. Don't you ever hesitate. 'Cause you got my number, you can call on me. If you're in trouble, you can fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. But don't add up, you can count on me. When you're low, come get high on me. Make it slow, take your time on me. Say lay, let it out, come and lay on me. When it gets heavy, put the weight on me. Baby, put it all on me. Put it all on me. I wanna take you out on the town in my diamond time. Tell me when you're free. We can do anything and everything you want. Oh, I wanna hear all your fears and troubles. Strip it down, really get to know one another. When it's nobody but you and me and just us. You can lean on me anytime you need to. You got my number, you can call on me. If you're in trouble, you can fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. Don't let her count on me. When you're low, you can get high on me. Make it slow, take your time on me. Say lay, let it out, come lay on me. When it gets heavy, put the weight on me. Baby, put it all on me. Put it all on me. You got my number, you can call on me. If you're in trouble, you can fall on me. When you're mad, you can take it out on me. But don't let you count on me. Get high on me. Make it slow, take your time on me. Say lay, let it out, come and lay on me. When it gets heavy, put the weight on me. Baby, put it all on me. Yeah, baby, put it all on me. Put it all on me. Put it all on me.
Woo! Good job. Good
Thank
job.
you. Little cover song, little Devin Dawson for you.
All right. I feel like I'm getting a private concert here.
Yes, of course.
How old were you, or how did you get started singing and playing the guitar?
Hmm.
You even remember?
I know. So I was about 10 years old when my dad was looking through. It was right after Christmas. My dad was looking for a deal on a guitar because I had wanted one, and he was looking through the paper, and he found a $200 guitar and an electric guitar and amp, and we bought it, and it sat in my room for 2 years. I didn't touch it. Then and then I remember like picking up the guitar one day and just being like, I really want to learn how this thing works and how it plays, because I would always play with the strings. I would never play it actually. I just would play with the strings a little bit
Now, were you
until
already
I got this.
singing before you got the guitar?
No, I was not.
Okay.
I had no idea what to sing. Yeah, I was just playing guitar. Yep.
Okay.
And I got the DVD that I would play over and over again, and kept trying to learn the chord shapes and learning how to do all the chords. And I just became obsessed when I was a kid, when I was like 10 years old, and that's how I really got started. Was just watching those videos, learning the chord shapes, learning songs, and then it kind of took off from there.
That's cool. There's so many kids want guitars when they're little, and it's because it's funny that you said it just sat there for 2 years and you didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Now, do you play any other instruments?
Not really. I can play keys a little bit, but I would not consider myself a keyboard player at all. And
Yeah.
just singing and guitar. I really try to stick to what I know, and what I know is guitar. So stick to that mostly.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna dive off the music subject for a second.
Okay.
If you could, I have crazy questions I love asking just because it's fun. If you could have dinner with anybody in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Let's see. That's an interesting question. It would probably be
my grandfather, who passed away when I was super young, and just to get to know him more, just to find out a little bit more about him. I heard so many good things from my dad about my mom's father, so on my mom's side,
Hmm.
that I would just love to sit there and have dinner with him and get to know him more.
I like that answer. Most people would have said some sort of celebrity or something, probably. You're really a
Yeah,
family guy, aren't you?
I am. I'm very close with my family, and
Yeah,
that's just
yeah,
the only way to describe it.
yeah. That's obvious. It comes out in some of the answers that you've given me that I can tell you're really a family man. That's really sweet. I like that. Um, so if you're having a bad day, well, if I'm having a bad day and I've started, I don't know if you've seen it or not. I actually started doing an afternoon live where I take one of the quotes off of my page and
Hmm.
it leads into a discussion. So I love quotes. They just kind of like get me through the day. So do you have like a favorite quote that's like yours or kind of like your mantra or it gets you through a bad day
Yeah,
or
I wrote
something?
it in high school. I wrote it down, and when they ask for, like, when you do your picture, your senior picture, and then they ask for a quote.
Yeah.
Uh, Mine was, I mean, it's super simple, but work hard, play hard.
My husband has that tattooed right here.
Really? No way.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a killer tattoo right here that and he's got that saying on it. Yep.
Yeah.
I
No,
love that.
it's super. I love the simplicity of it, and when you just think about it, it's so true. As
Oh
long
yeah.
as you are working hard in life, you should be playing just as hard and having just as much fun.
Oh yeah. Because otherwise, what's the point of all that hard work? Yeah.
Exactly.
You've got to enjoy the fruits of your labor for sure. Um,
Yeah.
so you were a wedding singer.
Hmm.
Neat little fact I found out about you. That sounds like
Yes.
either a fun time or totally chaotic. You're
Always fun. Always a good time.
always a good
Always a good
time.
time.
Not ever any Bridezilla
Weddings are so much.
stories.
I mean, there's been one. There's been one in my whole entire career of doing weddings, but weddings are just a great time. I started playing
Yeah.
just acoustic for ceremony and cocktail hour, and then I would stick around and watch like the bands play afterward or check them out. And I just remember watching and being like, "Oh my gosh, this is so fun! These people are so into the music. They're loving it. They're having a good time.
Oh yeah.
They're drinking. They're hanging out." And that was my favorite part that really drew me into wanting to do a wedding band and put a band together to
Yeah.
play weddings.
Because it's usually a really happy time, so or it should be. Everybody's
Exactly.
happy and want.
Exactly. Everyone's happy. I mean, you can't complain. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
And then if you add music on top of it, they just love it.
Exactly. Exactly. That makes for a good time. That's for sure. If you couldn't do country music, what else would you do?
I'd be a rapper.
So
Threw you for a curveball, didn't I?
no.
What would I do? Let's see. If I couldn't be, I would probably be in like a sport. I'm a sports guy. I love football. I love watching football.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't play football. I would be a baseball player probably.
Yeah.
I played baseball in high school, and I think baseball would be something I would pursue if I couldn't do music. Because it was a passion of mine in high school.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So you
loved being around a bunch of.
You played ball in high school?
Yeah, I love being around. Yeah, I love being around just a bunch of good friends that everyone knew each other really well, and you play a sport together, and just that camaraderie of a team is what I loved about high school and playing sports. So I've been, even after college, I still to this day play. Or I used to when I was back in New York. I had a softball league that I joined that was pretty much a beer league, and you just get together with a bunch of good people and hang out and have fun and drink and play softball together.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I miss my days on the softball field. So both my girls played softball growing up, and so like
Yeah.
their whole life. I mean, they're from 9 years old till they graduated high school, we spent on the softball field. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's really
Yeah.
yeah. So you know the feeling of when everyone's together and you get families together watching and everyone starts to just kind of know each other a little bit and
Oh yeah.
coming together to play and sports. It's fun.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. So
And I think that's why I would do like sports, because music and sports are so close in the sense that like my band they're like my brothers. They're like
Oh
my
yeah.
friends. My guys with them all the time. And it's the same concept when you're with a sports team. You're with these guys,
Right.
you're doing everything together. You're together working on things. And for me, that's why I think I would do sports if I wasn't able to do music.
Yeah. Now, what position did you play?
I played center field.
All right. So yeah, that's good. What was your batting average?
I couldn't tell you that. I don't remember.
Don't remember? Good.
Don't remember at all.
Were you a
I was
home run
better.
hitter?
I was better at, yeah, I was. No, I only hit one home run, and that was like
I never was either.
Yeah, I was good at center field. Like I was good at playing the field, but I wasn't as good of a hitter as much.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Where do you hope to be in like 5 years? What would be the perfect scenario if you could just make it happen?
Arenas. I want to play arenas. I want to be playing on a stage where there's just an entire stadium or an arena in front of me, and I want to be playing. I mean, that's really like my end goal. That's what I always say, and I always write that down because it's one of those things that if you write it down and you say it enough, it'll just someday come true. Like you'll be playing in front of thousands of people. And, and that's how everyone in the music industry. That's what people. I mean, we'd all dream about it, and then you hear these stories. I just went to see Dan and Shay, and they were playing at Bridgestone Arena, and they were saying like 3 years ago or 4 years ago they were in where I'm living now, East, and they were writing songs, and now they're playing in front of literally like thousands of people. So it's really cool to hear that and be inspired by that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, it's just my opinion, but I'm sure others share it. But I don't think you'll have any problem getting there. From the music I've heard so far.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, the music I've heard from you, you keep putting stuff out like that, you'll get there, without a doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you remember us little people when you get there.
No, stop. You remember me, all right?
Don't worry, no problem, no problem.
I'm going to help you spread the podcast and do this. So I'll help you as well.
Oh, yeah. That's where I hope to be in 5 years from now. So, and if I can talk my husband into it, I'm going to be in Nashville too.
You should, like I said, Nashville, you'll find plenty of people who are just like me, who you can interview and get to know. And then all of a sudden, what's going to happen, and this is what I've heard, and I'm just hoping on this, but all of a sudden, we'll be the next, Dan and Shays and Luke Bryans of the world and playing and writing songs. So it'll be cool, and it'll be the big network, and that's what's cool about this. Is get to know. I'm sure you've already probably interviewed some people that I might know, if you've interviewed a lot of Nashville musicians. So.
Not a lot, but I'm getting there. This week is busy, so I'm excited this week.
I'll send some names over to you. All right.
Do it. Send me all you can. I'll fill up my calendar.
Awesome.
And I love doing this. Interview and music. I love doing it this way. This is fun. And I think
I mean, artists can sit there and play songs, but to get to know someone is a whole different story. To talk and get to know each other a little bit.
Well, that's the whole reason I started the interviewing part, because I knew I wanted to do a video podcast, and that's why I started doing the whole interview part, because I listen to you guys' music, all the time. So I wanted to get to know you, and I know the rest of the fans do too. And then just, combining a little bit of music with it live, that's the icing on the cake to me. So that just makes it all great. All right. 2 more questions, and then I'm going to let you pick a couple of songs to finish this out with. Does that sound good?
That sounds great. Sounds like a plan.
All right. And these are just random. Like I said, I just ask weird questions. Especially during times like this when everybody is so serious. You got to be able to laugh and joke and have fun and even laugh at yourself. So is there something in life that you did that you can remember that you say, oh God, that was so embarrassing? Is there like, something you did that was like your most embarrassing moment?
Most embarrassing moment. Trying to think of what that would be. In what sense? So like a very personal or more like a business, like doing a show or something?
Either. I mean,
Either.
Luke Bryan might say it was when he fell off the stage. I don't know. So I don't know whether it was something in concert or, personal. You ran the bases backwards playing t-ball, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say that. Actually, that reminds me.
I think every t-ball player did that.
Being like, yeah, no, you've actually inspired my mind to think about literally that one time. I was like probably in middle school or high school. So like you should know by now like what to do. And I remember it was like the last inning and I was going home and for some reason I didn't do what they were like I was supposed to do in terms of like a play. And I just remember my teammate and all my teammates were so disappointed in me because I like ran the other way and then ran back and it was a really bad time. So probably that.
Yeah, that's bad when you are like was it like a game winning moment or game losing moment?
It was. And that's when it's the worst, when everyone's hoping on and then and it's not even like it was a pickle. It was it was so long ago that I don't remember, but
yeah.
I just remember everyone so disappointed that I didn't just know that I should have just done what I should have done.
And you just wanted to crawl off the field at that moment?
Yeah, I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to be alone and not be around people that could judge me and hate me for ruining the game and losing it for everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't stay mad at you long, though.
No.
I mean, as long as it wasn't like a championship game or something like that, then, I'm sure they got over it.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want people to remember you for? What do you want people to say, this is what I remember most about Ryan? What do you want your legacy to be?
Let's say the originalness of my music and the ability for it to be its own entity and its own kind of like this, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be able to write a record and have that be like a record that I wrote in college and then a record that I wrote in my 20s and then have a record that I wrote in my 40s that define that time period for me.
Yeah.
And it be completely different in terms of like the instrumentation of it and like the style of it and the writing, but to just be me and allow myself to just not be influenced by what is like just hit songs and popular all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to write songs that feed my soul, because I think they own like the biggest thing. I mean, I write songs for people to listen to and enjoy, but it's just as much being able to write songs to feed my soul and allow me to continue to write songs because I love doing what I do. So
right. Well, now my other mom, my second mom, has always said to me and my siblings, kids, that you change every 7 years. That there's, a dramatic change in you every 7 years. So, if you time your albums, they're going to be significantly different. If there's a change in you and a change in your life, then people will be able to tell, this is Ryan in this age, and then in this age, and then in this age. And you're going to grow with it, and your music is going to change. And I think people will be able to tell that.
Yeah. I think that's the coolest thing about it, too, is being able to go back and almost have like a history, like a historical,
like a timeline
work, exactly, it's a timeline that you can say, this record was written at this time, and this is what I was feeling. And in the songs, you can feel that, and you can sense that, and you can just tell what's going on
Exactly.
in your life at that. That's really, I mean, like music for me is all about what I'm experiencing at the time, typically. And when I write the song, it's because I'm basing it off of emotions and how I'm feeling, and I need to express it, so I write it into a song. And collectively, if you look at how long it takes to write a record, I mean, it takes, if you're writing a 6-song record or a 10-song record, it's going to take about a year to 2 years for you to write the song,
Oh, wow.
record the song. People have no clue. People have no idea. They hear a song and they think you just, like yesterday. And can you still hear me? I'm frozen, aren't I?
Yeah, your face is, I've got the little circle going. Okay, you should be good now. No? I see your head moving. You can't. Up. All right, we'll wait for him to connect back. Don't worry, folks. He'll be back. He's coming back. Waiting for it to connect. All righty.
Oh, am I in?
Yep, you're in.
Cool. So what I was saying was, I don't think people have any idea, or most people don't have any idea how long it takes to put out projects or songs. I mean, in today's day and age, it's a lot more quick, and people are very quick to like latch onto a song and then jump away, and it's very fast paced. And I think songs today, you'll even hear that there's so many songs being written, and it is such a quick time span that they don't put the effort that they really need to in the song. It's just so manufactured and fast that I don't want to be that kind of artist. I want to be able to write songs and have a place where I can say, oh, I remember writing that song and why I felt that song. And that typically takes a little bit more time to put that touch on it, of making it a project and making it something that's bigger than just, a single or a song that just you put out and then, hope to blow up from that one song. I want to be able to put songs out consistently for the rest of my entire life because I love it that much.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to now hit. You want to forever hit.
What my biggest fear in the music industry is that I put out a song that I listen back to it and I say, that's not right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have put that out. That is my biggest fear because, there's going to be songs that aren't as good, and there's going to be songs that are like, there's a whole spectrum, of how good songs can be. And it kind of depends. Like, I might think a song is a hit song, and then someone else thinks that this song, and the public thinks that this song is the hit song. Well, technically, obviously, because the public thinks it's a hit song, it is. But there's always going to be different levels of songs, and as long as you're not falling below a certain level of creativity and writing ability, I think that's the biggest thing. That's my biggest fear, is putting out work that doesn't represent me and that I don't feel comfortable listening 20 years from now and say, okay, like my first record that I put out in college, I put it out like I think junior or senior year. It was a couple years ago now. 2017 I put it out, and I still listen back to it if I do listen to it and I say, it's a good record. It was my first record. I got my teeth into writing and putting it out a record. I got that feel, like the sense of being able to do that. And that's all I needed. I just needed that record to be the stepping stone for me to be able to get into where I'm at now with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea it took that long to, I knew I'd heard before writers say, or, singer-songwriters say, this time frame or that time frame or whatever. And I just thought it took them a year or two to put that many songs together because whatever reason. You know, I wasn't thinking about it from a production standpoint.
Yeah, and especially as an independent artist, so I'm not signed to any record label that are
Yeah, I meant to ask you that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not signed to any labels that are financing the project. I'm starting to develop more of a team of writers and people that are helping me to like develop my songs and my crew kind of, but I don't have a massive crew. So in terms of being able to put out songs faster and faster, it's difficult because you have to write your song and you are in charge of writing it. And then you have to go to the recording studio and you are in charge of making sure that production lives up to what you expect it to live up to be able to listen to it years down the line, recording wise. And then you have to figure out the game plan to market it. And then you have to put it out, and then you have to just hope that people are going to love it and share it and listen to it and allow people to just do what they do with music, because it's just good enough to where like you get it to as good as you can possibly get it, and then you just hope that the song does what the song is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like there are songs that I'm sitting on right now. I've got such a huge catalog of songs that I know that I can just put out as an acoustic song and just have it be just a song to put out. And then there's songs like Nothing But Everything that I took an entire year and a half. I recorded that song literally like a year ago.
Wow.
I sat on that recording an entire year in order to get to where I was now, to where I felt comfortable putting it out.
Wow. Now, did that include you in the video?
Yeah, the video was about 3 or 4 months before the release date. We shot that back in, I think it was at least 2 or 3 months or something like that before the release date. Might have been even longer, because I think we shot it in the fall and we just released it March 20th. So, but yeah, I knew the song was a really good song, and I just wanted to make sure I was in the right place in life where I could comfortably say, okay, now I feel as though I'm ready to put out this song. But I had this song a while ago. Like I had it. I just wasn't ready to put it out yet. And your songs are like your babies. Like your song, it's like a baby. It's like your baby. You're just like, you have to protect it until it's ready to grow. And
okay, Ryan, come back on. Ryan, if you sent a request, I missed it. Send it again. Yeah. Stop. There we go. Hey, Aaron. Instagram was trying to tell us we were talking too much.
Oh, is that right? They kicked us off, right?
Yeah, it was an hour.
Of course.
I don't know why they're doing that.
It's probably bandwidth. There's so many people that are doing this.
Yeah.
There's so many people online because no one else has anything else better to do but just to hang out online and hang out. So
yeah, really. And then we just hang up and get right back on. So
yeah.
Well. Yeah, you were saying something about others that I had interviewed. I just saw one of them jump on. Do you know Erin? Well, no, you wouldn't. Well, you might. I mean, but she lives in California. Erin Cosgrove.
I don't know. I don't think so.
She just put out a brand new single and video. It was actually her wedding, and she did a song, and it's called The Perfect Place to Start. I've been putting that on my page. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but yeah, she just jumped on here. I saw her.
Check it out. I'll take a look and see if I can, listen to it.
Yeah, she hadn't made the move to Nashville yet. She's in California. So,
out in California.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, as long as you're in kind of one of the big cities, New York City, Nashville. Nashville's the
yeah,
place. And
Nashville. Yeah, she's in
or
LA.
LA. Yeah, in
Yeah.
LA. Then I mean, you should be good in terms of like making the connections that you need to and
Oh
building the
yeah.
team to pursue music.
Oh yeah. I'm a little partial to Nashville though.
Yeah.
Meh.
Well, you're also so close to it. North Carolina is pretty close.
Yeah, I'm about 6 hours from Nashville, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I can jump over there if I want to. I
Yeah.
plan to. All right, you want to play us one more before we end out?
Yes, I'm happy to do that.
All right.
Let's see.
Or one or two or however many you want to play.
I think let's do this song. Do
Like
it. Just a second.
when you play covers, who do you usually play?
Oh, I've got a gigantic list of songs that are covers, but I've really like love playing like John Mayer-esque kind of music, singer-songwriter stuff, bluesy music, pop music. I think that's really where I've found my vein of music is
Uh-huh.
pop, blues, and pop just means popular. I think a lot of people don't understand that. Pop
Yeah.
means popular. So music that's popular that is the most popular that you can get. Pop, blues music, singer-songwriter, and country music. I love country in the modern form of the way country music is produced these days. I love like modern country.
Yeah. I like all of it. I like the
Yeah.
older country and the modern country. So, but I'm
Yeah.
older. So, you know, I grew up listening to.
Exactly. It all depends on like what you grew up listening to, and so.
Yeah.
This is a totally brand new song, and I have my computer in front of me, but it's dead, so I don't have the lyrics. So I'm probably 90% likely to forget the lyrics, but I'm gonna play it anyway just because I love this song. And
Okay.
this is what I've really been working on mostly. So it's called Slow It Down, and it's my first song that I'm excited about that's not a love song.
Okay.
About just kind of slowing down in life and enjoying the moment and just being present. Hope you enjoy it.
All right.
Looked out my window to find a way to slow it down. Somehow, maybe go back and take my time to feel things again. 'Cause I just wanna know how to hold on right now. It won't be long before it's gone. This life don't allow no turning back. It's moving fast. I wanna slow it down.
that was amazing.
Thank you. It's not done yet. It's a work in progress. That's really what I've been spending my entire life doing, is writing the lyrics. AKA this time frame of quarantine, I've been just trying to write the lyrics to this song.
Yeah, so that's the one you were telling me about in the beginning, that you were really trying to get it to match the guitar work.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote the guitar part for it a while ago, and
I see why.
yeah, and I've been trying to make lyrics that match the quality of the guitar part to make sure that it's a good sounding song and come out the way I hope it, have it come out the way I'm like envisioning it to come out in my brain.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I love the guitar, but I was one of those kids that wanted one, and then when I got it, I set it over here and I never played it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned how to play Stairway to Heaven, and that was it.
A lot of people don't pick it up. Yeah, a lot of people don't pick up if they have a guitar that sits. And usually the guitar has 4 strings or 3 strings on it. Usually it doesn't have 6 strings.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I remember it was a Gibson electric guitar, an amp, and I learned how to play Stairway to Heaven, and that was it. Nothing after that. But I love the guitar. I love it. But I can imagine what that song is going to sound like with your full band.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about, is being able to play it on a big stage and have a great sound system and a microphone and being able to just play it. So
yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to keep me up to date on that one.
Yeah, I'm excited about that song. Like I said, I really am excited about writing that one and getting it all done. It's called Slow It Down, and it's kind of about what we're doing right now. Is everything's stopped, and it's kind of the perfect moment for me to write this song, because I'm feeling and I'm doing exactly what I'm writing about, is slowing the world down.
Exactly.
Just being super present. So it's a great time to write that song for me, and that's why I'm trying to just wrap my head around the lyrics and make sure it's a great song.
Exactly. Well, so far so good. I mean, it sounds great to me. I love it. Yeah. So Ryan, I would love to do another interview with you in about 6 months, if that's all right with you, to see.
Absolutely.
I mean, we can do one whenever you want to, but at least by then, to catch up with you and see what's happening, especially with this song. And just see, what's going on in your world at that time, and catch up with you again. That sound good?
I'm hoping in 6 months we'll be out on the road, so we could do like a tour. We could be like at a venue setting up or something, and you could interview it while we're sound checking.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you the stuff, so kind of bring it along.
Absolutely. Yeah, that sounds great. Cool. Yeah, there's a couple of y'all that I hope to catch live, and to do some live interview or in-person interviews with you would be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely have to see about that.
Thanks so much for reaching out to meet you and talk to you a little bit and get to know you a little bit more. And I'm looking forward to, in 6 months, getting to know you a little bit more as well. And hopefully, I would love to have you come out to a show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am looking so forward to that when when all you guys get back on the road, and especially all you that I've interviewed so far and those to come. It just feels more personal now, of course, and so it makes me more anxious to see a show of yours versus somebody that I'm a fan of, but not ever talked to like this. Yeah. So
I think you'll find that with a lot of musicians who are kind of working independently and working as unsigned artists, is that they're a lot more willing to get to know people and be personal and make those connections. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about being a musician. And I've always said that, is just being able to connect with people, have conversations like this, and just get to know each other on a deeper level. So yeah, just I'm always a message away on my Instagram, so feel free to hit me up anytime. All right,
sounds good. Anything you want to say to the fans before we get off of here?
Go stream Nothing But Everything. Check it out, listen to it, share it with friends. Go check that new song out.
I agree. It is great. It is awesome. I already have it. I have it on my Spotify on both phones. Well, my
That's awesome.
Spotify's on both accounts, so of course I have it. But yeah, it is amazing. I love it, and I have the video on my YouTube. So,
Well, thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot to me.
oh yeah, I love it. It's great. So, well, Ryan, I appreciate you doing this with me. It's been so much fun, and we will do it again.
Sounds good. All right, take it easy. All right.
All right, sounds good. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for watching.